It was
And
in,
you all
my
been
younger,
married 15 years?
yeah.
Oh.
I, when I was younger, it was some stuff that
And
I'm
I
an
never knew.
entertainer.
Support Court with Judge Vunda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1059, Ricardo case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right.
Get ready, everyone, this case is nothing short of jaw-dropping. From the moment the courtroom doors opened, tension was in the air. Miss Ricardo, frustrated and exhausted, brought her husband Benny, an up-and-coming R&B singer, into court, accusing him of completely disappearing from their children's lives. We're talking about 4 kids here. 4 lives depending on him, and she claims he's ghosted them all. Benny, for his part, insists he's doing what he can, but shockingly, he questions the paternity of one of the children. Yes, you heard that right. He says he's not even sure if one of the children is biologically his. That's where the courtroom drama truly begins. What started as a custody and support hearing spirals into questions of trust, infidelity, and public image. You don't want to miss this.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, well, I brought my husband, Benny, for child support.
We're
We
not
have 4
actually.
kids.
We're separated, Your Honor.
We are still married, though. We have 4 kids, and he is zero responsible, and I need help.
I don't know what you talk about being zero
Excuse me,
responsible.
sir.
She's accusing me of stuff that is not true. I'm very responsible.
She hasn't said more than 3 words,
Exactly.
though. You haven't even given her a chance to speak.
Whatever.
Excuse me, are you referring to me saying whatever, or are you referring to her?
No.
As soon as Benny opens his mouth, the tension skyrockets. Your Honor, I'm not, is all he manages before the judge shuts him down for interrupting. And that moment says a lot. It's a red flag when a man can't even let the mother of his children speak for 10 uninterrupted seconds in court. What kind of dynamic do you think exists at home if this is how he behaves in front of a judge? Viewers watching were instantly divided. Some believe he's being unfairly accused, others say his attitude speaks volumes. One thing's clear, this isn't just a financial hearing, it's a relationship breakdown playing out live in front of the bench.
And that's the straw that broke the camel's back, that last one. Because my drummer might have something to do with that. He was beating more than just drums.
Wow.
Then, like a bolt of lightning, Benny drops a serious claim. He questions whether the youngest child is his. And the reason? He suggests that during their marriage, another man, specifically a drummer, may have been involved. That statement sends a wave through the courtroom. Miss Ricardo's face says it all: shock, hurt, and disbelief. But here's the thing, accusations are easy. Proof? Not so much. The judge quickly asks for evidence, but Benny comes up short. It seems like a tactic of deflection, a way to shift blame and responsibility, and with no solid backing for the claim, it raises even more concerns about Benny's intentions.
Okay.
He started making it big, making all this money, and then he decides he wants to leave me. And then I started receiving calls from all these girls, saying, hey, I'm with him or whatever. I'm with Benny, I don't care if he's your husband or whatever. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Because I didn't know about all these girls before that. And I asked him about it.
That's how we met, Jackie.
We
met because you was a groupie.
I always ask you about it, and you always deny everything. But you know what? You are not responsible with your kids. I don't care if you're doing all these girls, okay? I need your help. Money.
Miss Ricardo lays it all out. When Benny's fame started rising, his family faded into the background. She says the attention changed him. Now she's getting phone calls from women who claim to be seeing her husband. She's left holding the pieces of their family while he's off chasing stardom. And the most heartbreaking part? The children are caught in the middle. What started as a plea for support is turning into a dramatic unveiling of betrayal, abandonment, and emotional scars. The judge now has more than just legal facts to sort through. This is a story about real lives, broken trust, and a family left in limbo.
You calling me a liar?
Yeah, you are a liar.
I ain't a liar. You
Yes,
a liar.
you are. You never
a
told me
bold-faced
that.
liar. She a bold-faced
No,
liar,
you
Your
never
Honor.
told me this. After our second child,
What is
then
a
you
bold
started
faced
coming.
liar exactly?
Just look at her face and look how bold she is with what's coming out her mouth.
Oh, okay. Well, Benny, we're going to focus on the facts, okay? We are not going to name call or anything like that. That does not help the situation. Now, my question to you is, how much money are you making?
My net.
While on the stand, Benny points to the child and says, "He don't have my eyes." As if that alone could determine paternity. It's as if he's running his own version of a forensic lab without a shred of medical evidence. But here's the reality: fatherhood isn't about eye color or resemblance. It's about stepping up, being there, and showing consistent care. Denying a child just because they don't look like you doesn't hold up, especially when you haven't been around for diapers, doctor visits, or school days. This moment shows not just Benny's doubt, but also his distance.
That you know,
And
I'm
I
an
never
entertainer,
knew about
you know.
it, Your Honor. He never told me any of this.
So I was on some of that medicinal stuff that was for my eyesight, because I asked you to look in my eyes and you could see that some of the stuff.
One of the most unbelievable moments? Benny admits he's not sure how many kids he actually has. He says, "I think I got 6. Let that sink in. He's treating the number of children like it's a rough estimate. His reason? He blames his forgetfulness on the effects of medical marijuana. But here's the hard truth: parenthood isn't something you forget. It's a daily, lifelong responsibility. You don't get to check in and out depending on your memory or mood." This moment left the entire courtroom stunned and the viewer speechless.
This is what we're going to do. Health insurance. Who pays it?
Me.
You don't pay health insurance making $500,000?
I told you, Your Honor, my money's wrapped up in things, and I'm trying to make more money for all of us,
Excuses.
even the one
So-
that ain't mine.
Health insurance isn't important to you for your children?
It's important, but isn't it best for a man to plan?
Benny claims he's pulling in around $500,000, but says the money is tied up and unavailable. Meanwhile, Miss Ricardo is paying almost $1,000 a month just for insurance coverage for the kids. That math doesn't sit right with the judge. Because when you're earning stage-level income, your children shouldn't have to wait for braces or basic medical care. The judge makes it clear: flashy cars and big concerts don't excuse neglecting your children's needs. If you have enough to invest in your brand, you better have enough to invest in your family.
He's coming to me, talking about he want to be a rapper. He whistling while he talking, while he rapping. What kind of rapper is that whistle when they rap?
A whistle
A whistling
rapper?
rapper. Yeah,
Yeah.
He wanted to be a.
Sound
So
like
I
a
helped
good
him get
career
his
to
teeth
me.
fixed. No, that wasn't gonna fly.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you were a parent and placed braces on your child's teeth.
I sure did.
Okay. Miss Ricardo, how much is health insurance a month?
I pay around nine.
Then comes the moment that truly leaves everyone in disbelief. Benny says he was embarrassed during a live performance because one of the kids was whistling through his teeth while rapping. And the reason? The child couldn't afford dental care. Benny tries to turn it into a punchline, but it lands more like an admission of neglect. The judge doesn't laugh. Because this isn't a concert, it's a courtroom. And when your child is struggling with something as basic as dental care, it's not a stage issue, it's a parenting one.
Going to start some child support.
I
Okay.
ain't got no money, Your Honor. It's wrapped up.
You just said I make $500,000, and if my memory serves me correctly, you said it like it was just a little bit of money.
It is.
Well, you're gonna pay your kids a little bit of this money too, okay?
If you hadn't been sleeping around so much.
Well, ma'am, we are not going to entertain
It's about time you
what
told
he did. It's a lot I could have said to you too, especially when you had me look into your eyes. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be looking at. But the point of it is, you all are here today. She has a legitimate reason to be here.
The judge doesn't hesitate. It's time for action. Child support is officially being ordered. Benny's financial status is noted, but the law in Texas limits how much of that can be allocated based on monthly income. That means, despite his high earnings, the maximum child support allowed is based on $9,200 per month. The calculations are made, and the judgment is handed down. It's a firm reminder that flashy wealth doesn't shield you from real-life responsibilities.
$1,000. That's how much you make. Because according to the law, can't make you pay child support based on $41,000 a month. That would make your child support ridiculously expensive. So it caps at $9,200, which means your child support will be extremely low. You understand that?
That ain't low.
You don't want to pay child support at all.
No, that's
Benny tries one more defense, saying that paying child support isn't fair. But the judge quickly corrects him. What's not fair, she says, is having children and not being consistently present in their lives. It's not about giving everything, it's about giving what's needed. And in this case, the court isn't asking Benny to give up his success, just to share a portion with the people he helped bring into the world. The message is clear: children come first.
Oh my God.
I need a paternity test for that. I asked him if I prove that ain't my child. If I brought the drummer in and you looked at that drummer
He's making
face
no
to
sense.
face.
Listen, you can do whatever it is that you want to do at a later date. You did not petition this court to ask for a DNA test. So no, we are not doing a DNA test. You all are married. A child born of the marriage, even if you're separated, a child born of the marriage is considered to be that of the spouse. You all are married. You have 4 kids since you've been married. Guess what? You're the father.
Benny wants a paternity test for the youngest child. But the judge says no. Why? Because legally, when a child is born during marriage, the husband is presumed the father unless a challenge is made within a certain window of time. Benny missed that window. So now, he's legally and morally responsible. No DNA test, no delay tactics. 4 children, 4 duties. That's the bottom line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Well,
I
my
think I got
next
about
case
7.
is getting ready to come in here and talk to me now. So I'm actually done with this case. Is there anything further?
No.
No, I think I just got rid
This
of
is
it.
ridiculous. I need more
What's
money
so
than that.
ridiculous about it?
Because he has a lot of money that he can help me more with. I mean, 300? Really? For 4 kids?
For health insurance, yes.
That's not right.
This is the law.
That's not right.
I should have just kept her. They said it's cheaper to keep her.
Well, you know what? It's cheaper to go
But
ahead
if you were
and
a
exit my
different person,
courtroom.
then you would just
So
help
if there's
me
nothing
because-
further, you all are dismissed.
The final ruling is delivered. Benny must pay $2,396 a month in child support, along with $380 in health-related reimbursements. And when he questions whether having more kids would reduce his financial responsibility, the judge shuts it down. This isn't a game. Parenting isn't about doing the bare minimum or playing numbers. It's about consistency, care, and accountability. If this story left your jaw on the floor, don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more unforgettable courtroom drama.